With his trademark style over substance approach, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead was sure to be very visually appealing. Known as the director of 300, Watchmen, Sucker Punch, Man of Steel, and Justice League, all visually spectacular works with well-framed shots, excellent effects, textures, and beautifully done color grading, we knew Army of the Dead would stun, visually. I mean, the man is an artist.
But what about the plot? The subplots? The guy's stories are normally
Want to know how it stacks up against his genre reigniting zombie film reboot, Dawn of the Dead from 2004?
And is it a sequel?
Join us tonight for definitely not a sequel to Dawn of the Dead.
Oh.
Netflix's Army of the Dead. Nearly all of the movies we talk about on Terror in the Tropics can be found on Netflix, but you will need to be able to access Netflix's global library. It's so cheap. Click the link to watch our how-to video and thank me later. Zack Snyder takes a lot of heat for the whole style over substance thing, though he would be the first to dismiss it as just popcorn entertainment. But take a look at the director's cut of Justice League, known as Zack Snyder's Justice League. Zack's version received an audience score on Rotten Tomatoes that's 25 points higher than the studio release. I mean, perhaps Zack Snyder should just be allowed to make the movies he wants without then being forced to cram it into a bite-sized morsel.
That fucking thing is like 4 hours long. I'd definitely watch it if you like that pins and needles feeling in your legs and ass.
Viva! Viva! Watch out, Elvis!
Army of the Dead is a 2021 American post-apocalyptic zombie heist film directed by Zack Snyder from a screenplay he co-wrote based on a story and characters he also created.
Control whore.
The film follows a group of mercenaries who plan a Las Vegas casino heist during a zombie apocalypse, effectively meshing the heist and zombie genres together, and fairly seamlessly. That part is a win. Snyder conceived the idea for Army of the Dead as a successor to his 2004 debut film, Dawn of the Dead.
So, it's a sequel?
Well, successor. So, originally from Warner Brothers Pictures, the project spent several years in development purgatory. But in 2019, Netflix acquired distribution rights, so it moved forward. And with a 70 to 90 million US production budget, depending on who you ask. 90. Snyder not only created the characters, wrote the story, and directed it, but he also serves as the director of photography.
Jesus.
That's another name for the cinematographer, and it's sometimes just shortened to DP.
Oh, I've never heard that before. It sounds so interesting.
The scenes weren't really shot in Vegas. Principal photography took place in the US in Albuquerque and Atlantic City in mid-2019. But not without fully digitizing the entire downtown Las Vegas area, just so that they could add it back in later.
Computers, man. They're the future.
Click on my computer on your computer. How can I click on your computer from my computer?
Army of the Dead, billed as the spiritual successor to Dawn of the Dead,
Oh, here we go. It was a licensing thing, wasn't it?
was released in select theaters in the United States for 1 week on May 14th, 2020, and was digitally released on Netflix on May 21st. Critics praised the film for its humor, but not the premise for a few plot holes.
Oh, here we go.
At the 94th Academy Awards, it won the Oscars Fan Favorite Contest.
Take that!
It was only in a few theaters for 1 week before it hit Netflix. They go off of hours watched. At the time of this writing, it was the 16th most watched Netflix movie ever. Not too bad.
Read 'em and weep, suckers. Plots, man, who needs them?
And there's an undead tiger named Valentine. Freaky fact, to create the zombie tiger, the visual effects crew met with big cat rights activist Carol Baskin months before Netflix released Tiger King. The crew visited Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida, in order to model their designs around one of the sanctuary's white tigers, named Sapphire.
Fucked fact, Tig Notaro's character, Marianne Peters, was digitally added with green screen and CGI effects after replacing Me Too comedian Chris D'Elia due to sexual misconduct allegations.
The film also spawned a franchise consisting of the spin-off prequel Army of Thieves and a direct sequel purported to be directed by Snyder titled Planet of the Dead, which is currently in development.
Like a real, actual sequel? Oh, thank you, Dark One!
I mean, we'll see if he has time. After Rebel Moon flopped like a motherfucker, I've had him down here creating Zack Snyder's Underworld.
Oh.
Instead of 4 hours long, this one will actually last an eternity. LOL.
So, it's a sequel?
You see, it's a think piece about a handsome prince and, well, no.
Enjoy the visual creativity of Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. Army of the Dead. Definitely not a sequel to Dawn of the Dead. Click the link in the video description below to watch on Netflix tonight. Enjoy! If you're a member of Netflix Global, you know what to do. To learn more about Netflix Global and how to access all of these movies via Netflix, click this video. Or, for more of me tonight, touch right here.